The following is the lecture at Harvard University Divinity School, Cambridge, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 7 May 1969 in Boston.
Shri Gurun Vaishnava Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshu Militangena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manohishtam Thapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Brekhavan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank you very much for joining us in this evening for chanting together Hare Krishna. The Sankirtan movement is a prescribed performance in this age. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 9th chapter, 5th verse, there is a statement that Krishna Varnam Disha Krishnam Sangha Pangasta Parsadam Jaggai Sankirtanai Prayi Jajanti Sumedha. Sumedhasa, the Sanskrit word means intelligent person. Medhas means brain substance. One who has got very good brain substance. The brain substance, according to psychology, there is difference of brain substance, not the brain substance of equal weight in every man's brain. You know, you are all educated students, psychology students. In our boyhood, when we are students, in psychology class, Dr. Acharya explained this brain substance. The man has got the highest brain substance, not all, up to 64 ounce. An woman has got the highest up to 36 or 34. Of course, we are not discussing that point. Our movement is a spiritual movement, Krishna consciousness. That is beyond brain. Indriyani pararahu, indriya paramana. Manasastu paro buddhi. So, there are different platforms and status of consciousness. Bodily consciousness means sensual consciousness. Above that, there is mental consciousness, speculative, philosophical, poetic. Above that, intellectual consciousness. And Krishna consciousness above intellectual consciousness. So, the recommendation is, that was a topic between Maharaj Nimi and great sages called 9 sages Nava Yogindra. Nava means 9. Yogindra means mystic yogis. So they were talking, and Maharaj Nimi questioned the different incarnations in different ages. And Chamas Muni was replying. In that reply, he said that in the Kali Yuga, in this age called Kali Yuga, this Kali Yuga has begun about 5,000 years ago. So he said, in the Kali Yuga, the process of self-realization is sankirtana movement. Sankirtan means bahuvi militva. When congregational chanting is done, that is called sankirtan. So, in this age, the sankirtan movement is recovered. There is no question of what is your religion, what is my religion. Everyone can join in the sankirtan movement without any discrimination. That is the recommendation. Jaggai sankirtan, this is also jagga, sacrifice. You are sacrificing some time, your valuable time, in joining with us to perform the sankirtan movement. That is a sacrifice. And sacrifice means to please the Supreme Personality of God. Jagga is the name of the Supreme Personality of God. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Jagyatha karma, annatra karma bandhana. Whatever you have to act on the basis of pleasing the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavad, there is another verse that Atapungvi dijasreshta varnasama vibhagasa shanushitasya dharmasya sansiddhi haritosanam. Suta Goswami is addressing the learned sages assembled in a place called Naimisharanya. That place is still existing in India, in northern India. It is very old place. Now the place is named Nimsar, but the original name is Naimisharanya. So in that Naimisharanya meeting, the president, so Suta Goswami, addressed the Brahmins. He said, Ata Pungvi Dijasreshta. Dijasreshta means in that assembly, the high-class Brahmins, very intelligent class of men, they assembled. So he addressed them, my dear learned scholars, Brahmins, the duty of the human society. Ata Pungvi Dijasreshta, Varnasama Vibhaga. The duties are different according to different division of social order and spiritual order. That is Vedic civilization. There are 4 kinds of social orders and 4 kinds of spiritual orders. The social orders are the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Sudras, or the intellectual class of men. Brahmin means intellectual class of men. One who devotes his life only in studying Vedas and acquiring knowledge and distributing them. Every time, in every age, there is a class of men who are intellectual class. So the intellectual class of men is called Brahmin. And the next class, the administrative class. Those who take part in politics for administration of the state, government, they are called Kshatriyas. The actual meaning of Kshatriya is one who protects a man from being hurt by others. That is called Kshatriya. That means that is the business of the administrators, government. The Brahmin, Kshatriya, then Vaishyas. Vaishyas means productive class, who are interested in producing things for consumption by the people. Mercantile class, industrialists, they are called Vaishyas. And the last class, fourth class, they are called Sudras. Sudras means that they are neither intellectual, not administrator, not industrial or mercantile, but they can serve others, that's all. So, it is said that Kalau Sudra Sambhava. In the modern age, people are being taught in the university to become Sudra. Neither Brahmins, nor Kshatriyas, nor Vaishyas, generally. Because after education, they will have to seek after some service. He becomes a great technologist, but unless he gets a good job, his whole education is spoiled. You see? So therefore, in the Vedic Shastra it is said, in these age, people are almost all Sudras. Kalau Sudra Sambhava. So, the president of that meeting, Suta Goswami, said that it doesn't matter whether one man is Brahmin or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Sudra. This is social order, and then spiritual order, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. Brahmachari means student, unmarried student, without any sex life. That is Brahmachari. And then Grihastha, householder. Those who are living with wives and children, they are called householders, Grihastha. Then Vanaprastha, the retired persons. And then Sannyas. After retirement, one dedicates his whole life for preaching word, preaching Krishna consciousness. That is Sannyas order. So these four divisions are in the spiritual order, and the other divisions are in the social order. Human society without these 8 divisions, means social divisions and spiritual division, it is not called civilized. They must have. Therefore, Sutta Goswami says the social orders are there and the spiritual orders are there, and each and every order there are prescribed duties. The Brahmins, they are engaged in such and such things. The Brahmacharis are engaged in such and such things. The Kshatriyas are engaged. There are different prescribed duties. Now, Sutta Goswami says that Varnasrama Vibhagasa, there are divisions of duties and divisions of social and spiritual order. That's all right. But how one can understand that by executing his duty, he is going to the path of perfection. Everyone should be confident that whatever he is doing for the perfection of life. That should be the aim of. In the modern education system, not only education system in every field of life, practically we do not know what is the ultimate goal of life. Nate vidu sharthagatim hi Vishnu. Durasaya je bahiratthamane. They do not know what is the goal of life. The goal of life is Vishnu, or the Supreme Lord, or God. That one has to understand what is the Supreme Lord, what is absolute truth, what is my relationship with Him, and what is my duty towards Him. These things are to be known and one has to adjust his life in that. So Sudhava Goswami says, never mind in whatever order one may be situated, the perfection is Samsiddhi Haritosana. अतः वर्णाश्रम विभाग दिगश्रेष्ठ सानुष्ठित धर्मस्य. One should try to test how my duties are being perfectly done. That one has to see. So that perfection is recommended, Harito Saram, whether by your duty, by your action, the Supreme Lord is satisfied. Just like we want to satisfy in the schools, colleges, we want to satisfy our professor, teachers, principal, or as good citizen, we want to satisfy our government, or similarly, we have to satisfy somebody. That is the perfection. The highest perfection is to satisfy Haritosanam. Hari means the Supreme Lord, and Tosanam means satisfaction. Whether by your work and duties, discharging your duty, the Supreme Lord is satisfied. That is your perfection. But this is very rare thing. At the present moment, practically nobody has any information what is his relationship with God or what is God. Practically they are declaring God is dead and I am God, you are God, everyone is God. These things are all, there is void, there is no God, there is no control. So many things are going on. That is the disease of this present age. And this movement is practically against this idea of godlessness, this Krishna consciousness movement. The whole idea of this Krishna consciousness movement is to fight against the idea of godlessness. So, the Bhagavad Gita is there. We are fighting in two ways. One way is that this chant, Hare Krishna. Very simple thing. Everyone can join. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By chanting this movement, by this vibration, gradually one's heart, which is so contaminated that he is denying the existence of God, will be gradually simplified or clarified. Cheta darpana marjana. Just like the mirror, when it is overcast with dust, you cannot see your face nicely. But if you clear the dust, you can see clearly. Similarly, this disease, denial of God is dead, there is no God, I am God, you are God. Such kinds of conception is due to covering of material dust on the mirror of our heart. So, Cheta Darpana Marjana. It will simply chant these transcendental vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You don't require any qualification. And you don't require that you have to become intellectual man or an administrator or a productive man or never mind, whatever you are. You be situated in your place, but you try to chant this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The result will be that your heart, the dust on the mirror of your heart will be gradually cleansed. And when it is completely cleansed, then you will understand that you are not this body. Cheta Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nibbavan. All the problems of our life, whatever you may say, social, political, religious, and whatever, there are so many problems. The whole material world is full of problems. That these problems are compared just like blazing fire in the forest. Just like in the forest there is fire, nobody can check. Although nobody goes to the forest to set fire, it takes automatically. Similarly, in this material existence of life, we do not want any problem, but problems are created. Just like automatically there is fire in the forest, without our endeavor, similarly, material problems are created automatically by our dealings, by our behavior. If you chant this Hare Krishna mantra, the first result will be that you will understand your real constitutional position, for which many great mystics, sages and saints are meditating what I am. That procedure of spiritual realization will be the first installment, your profit. You'll understand that Aham Brahmasmi, I am not matter, I am spirit soul. And as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, as soon as one is self-realized, that is called Brahma Bhuta, Aham Brahmasmi. I am not this body, I am spirit soul. I am part and parcel of the absolute truth. This realization is called Brahma realization. And as soon as you come to the platform of Brahma realization, then the result will be Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. He will be joyful. He will be free of all anxieties. Brahma Bhuta Prasanna. That is the sign. It is not that simply I advertise that I am self-realized, but my behavior will show whether I am self-realized or not. Everything is stated in the Vedic literature that a Brahma-bhuta person, a self-realized person, the symptom of this self-realized person is that he is joyful, Brahma-bhuta prasanna, without any anxiety. This materialistic life means full of anxiety, always. And spiritual life means without this anxiety. Just the opposite. Brahma Bhuta Prasanna. And what is the symptom of being joyful? That is also stated. Na socha, na kahante. There is no lamentation for loss, and there is no hankering for gain. Everyone in this material world is hankering after some gain. And if he has got some gain, if it is lost, then he is lamenting. Oh, I am lost, I have lost so much. So these two business, hankering, when we do not possess, we hanker. And when we possess, it is lost because everything, the material waves are such that whatever we possess, we shall lose it. We have got this nice body, one day we have to lose it. Everything, you possess and lose, possess and lose. Therefore, the punapunacha, the same thing repeatedly, gaining and losing, and lamenting and hankering, lamenting and hankering. This is the position of material life. So, in the Bhagavad Gita it is said that Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kaanta. As soon as you come to that platform, prasanna, joyfulness, then samas sarveshu bhuteshu. The next stage is that you look everyone on the same level. There is no distinction between black and white or the Indian or American or Russian and this or that. No. Pandita samadarshana. One who is actually learned, he sees everyone on the same level of spiritual understanding. So, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakankhati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu. This is the stage of acquiring Krishna consciousness. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakankhati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhakti Lavati Param. Then he comes to the standard of Krishna consciousness or platform of Krishna consciousness when he can begin his duties in transcendental loving towards the Absolute Truth. And when we begin that activity, that spiritual activity, then we can understand Bhaktya Mama Vijanati, what is God. These are the stages. We cannot understand by speculative method. God is unlimited and we are very limited. Our knowledge is limited because our senses, the instruments by which we acquire knowledge, that is imperfect and limited. Just like my eyes, I cannot see perfectly. I cannot see the eyelid. I cannot see the distant place, although I am very proud that I want to see face to face. But what you can see? What is your value of your instrument? See, that is imperfect. Therefore, we cannot get perfect knowledge by these imperfect senses, by sense perception, by direct utilization of our senses, we cannot get perfect knowledge. The perfect knowledge you can get when your senses have been purified to the perfect order. Then you can see. That stage is Brahma Bhuta Prasanna. When you are on the Brahma Bhuta or spiritual self-realization platform, then your senses are purified and you can see things in true perspective, and at that stage you can see God also. You can talk with God. Just like in the Brahma Samhita it is stated, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santas Sadaiva Hridayesu Vilokayanti. Most of you know the yoga. The yoga system means to see the Supreme Person or the Absolute Truth or the personality of God and Vishnu within your heart. That is the perfection of yoga. Dhyanavasthita tadgatera manasa pasyanti jan. Dhyanavasthita, by meditation, one can see. So this perfectional state can be achieved when you are in the Brahma Bhuta stage, Brahma realization state. So Lord Chaitanya says that if you chant this Hare Krishna mantra, the first installment of your gain will be that your heart, which is contaminated now with so many materialistic dust, it will be cleansed. And next stage will be Bhava Mahama Davagni Nirvapana. That means you realize yourself that I am not this matter, I am soul, and my relationship with God is this, God is like this, and gradually you will develop your love for God. You have got that love, dormant love is there. But because we do not know what is God, because we do not see the beauty of God, because we do not know the mercy of God, therefore our love has been placed in the dog. Instead of God, we have placed our love on dog. So we have to simply change. Our love is distributed in the matter in so many ways. That will not make me happy because I am not matter. I am a spirit soul. I have to transfer my love toward the Supreme Spirit, God. Then I will be happy. So this Krishna consciousness movement is a process by which you can transform your love from matter to God. That's all. You have got love, but you are being frustrated. You are being frustrated. You are being baffled. Your love is not placed in the proper place. Therefore, we have to make our choice. Where I shall place my love, then I will be satisfied. That is replied in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Savai vamsa paro dharma jato bhakti radho khaje. Ahito ki apratihata jatmasu prasid. Atma, self. Everyone is seeking after peacefulness. Peacefulness of Atma, of self. So this is the process, recommended. Not recommended, it is the fact that savai vamsa parodham, in whatever occupation you are situated, it doesn't matter. You have to see simply whether by your occupation the Supreme Lord is satisfied or your love for the Supreme Lord is increasing. That is the test of perfection. And when your love is increased in that way, adho khaje, ahituki, ahituki without any cause, without any reason, and apratihata, without any impediment, then you'll see Jayatma Suprasidati, your Atma is fully satisfied. Swamin Kritarthospi, my dear Lord, I am now fully satisfied, I have no more any demand. The material world, material life means simply demand, increasing the demand. That is the modern way of life, increasing artificial demand and being frustrated. That is our life. But if you want satisfaction, not frustration, not bafflement, then increase your love for God. And the process is very simple. Recommended in this age. You haven't got to perform any severe austerity, penance, or you have got to go to the forest or Himalayan mountain, or you have to do this, that, nothing. You be situated in your place, whatever you may be. But if you simply chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, you gradually develop. The first installment will be that your heart will be cleansed of all material contamination. Then you will be situated on the Brahma-bhuta state, Prasannatma, joyfulness. Without being joyful, you cannot understand what is God. If your mind is disturbed always, or you cannot meditate, neither you can understand what is God, what you are. It's impossible. Therefore, we have to accept any process which can make me joyful. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We have got simply, we are not chanting by sentiment. We have got enough literature, philosophy, background. It's not that we are sentimentalists. But this is a fact that if you simply, you do not require to read all this literature. If you can, it is very good. But if you have no time, simply chant these 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Make an experiment. We are not charging anything. We are not cheating you that give me some $50 or $20, I'll give you some secret mantra. No. It is open. You can take, everyone can take. Everyone, we are chanting, you can chant with us and practice it. And there is no hard and fast rules and regulation. You can chant anywhere. Whether you are in the college, whether you are on the street, whether you are sleeping, lying, or whatever, you can chant, because God has given you this tongue and you can chant. And this Hare Krishna mantra, a dog or cat cannot chant, although he has got the tongue. So you have got the facility. By God's mercy, you have got this facility to chant the holy name of God. If you think that Krishna is Indian God's name, actually it is not Indian God's name. Krishna never claims that he is Indian or Hindu. Most of you have read Bhagavad Gita. He claims everyone as his son. Not only human society, the animal society, the bird society, the beast society, the plant society, the aquatic society, all. Sarva Joni. Sarva means all. Joni. Joni means species of life. Everyone, all living entities. Krishna says, Krishna must be. If he is God, he must claim that. That the material nature is their mother and I am their father. So Krishna is for everyone. Not that, don't think that Krishna is for the Indian or for the Hindus. No. Hare Krishna, this Krishna is for everyone, for the human being, for the animals, everyone. So, if you think that Krishna is belonging to some particular country or religion, then you can chant your own way. If in your religion, in your scripture, there is any God's name, you can chant that also. Our only propaganda is that you increase your love of God. And the simple process is to chant this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is no charge for it. There is no loss on your part. There is no inconvenience on your part. At any moment, at any place, there is no restriction. So why don't you take advantage of this great boon to the human society? So this Krishna consciousness movement is not any sectarian movement. It is practically postgraduate movement of all religion. Any religion, they have got some idea of God. But here we are explaining what is God, how great He is, how you can establish your relationship with Him. These things are there. So any religious person or any person without being religious, anyone joins with us in the Sankirtan movement, his life will be sublime. And our method is very simple. We place before you, we judge and join with us. That is our request. Thank you very much. Any question? Yeah.
There are two parts to this. The first, the kirtan, singing and dancing, to some extent resembles the rock music that's appeared in the Western world within the last 5 years. Very notably, the Beatles song last year, Hey Jude, in the second part, is very similar in feeling to this. The second, which is quite remote, but there is a connection, your message is similar in some ways to the message of evangelical or fundamentalist teachers in Christianity, who stress taking the name of Jesus Christ and excluding everything else and then complete devotion to Christ. Would you please comment on this?
Yes, that's very nice. We completely agree. We say that chant the holy name of God. The vibration, the sound which you chant, that must be the holy name of God. Then it is all right. It doesn't matter what is the language. Language has nothing, no significance. But this word Krishna, we consider this transcendental vibration because all great saints and Acharyas, they chanted, especially Lord Chaitanya, as I explained from Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. Krishna Varnam, Krishna Varnayati. Lord Chaitanya was always chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Therefore he is called Krishna Varnayati, Krishna Varnam. Tisha Krishna. By complexion, he is not black. Krishna was blackish, but Lord Chaitanya, he was golden color. So Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Shangapanga Saparsadam, always associated by followers. Jaggai Sankirtanai, chanting and dancing with Krishna's name. Jaganti Sumedasa. This form of the Lord should be worshipped by persons who are intelligent. So, if you follow the method evangelist, that is also very nice, or this method, the business should be that we must realize this in this human form of life, what is our relationship with God. If we fail to do that, then we are misusing this human form of life. In the Garga Upanishad it is said, Etat vidityaja prayati sa brahma. Etat avidityaja prayati sa kripana. Brahmana means broad-minded, liberal. So everyone will die. The cats and dogs and human beings, everyone will die. But the Garga Upanishad says that if one dies after understanding the science of God, then he is perfect. He is Brahman. His life is broader, Mahatma. And if one dies without understanding this, he is Kripana. Kripana means miser. Miser means, suppose if you have got millions of dollars, if you cannot utilize it, if you simply waste it, then you are Kripana. Miser, you do not know how to spend money. Similarly, we have got this body which is worth not millions, trillions and more than that. Because we can realize in this life what is our relationship with God, what is God, you can understand. But if we don't do that, simply we waste our time in sense gratification, then we are kripana, miser, we are losing our opportunity. But these things are there. See, in whatever way you like, either this evangelistic way or this way or that way, try to understand what is God and what is your relationship with God, and try to invoke your dormant love of God, then your life will be perfect. That is our message. If you have got your own method, that's all right, you take it. Either you are giving this method, very simple, you take it, your life will be sublime. That is our request. Yeah.
There's a question that comes to mind when you say this. It serves as that if you spend all your time trying to figure out the relationship with God, perhaps that takes time away from you trying to figure out what your relationship is with your fellow man. And I think I would anticipate your answer by saying there probably would not be a distinction between God as Brahman and your fellow man as Atman. And that if one truly has pure perception of God as one Atman, is also see others in that, and to know his self and his God also is to know others. But that doesn't really answer, because other people live in pretty bad conditions. A lot of people suffer in this world, and they suffer for pretty identifiable reasons. Economic exploitation, racist kinds of social structures, militaristic powers. And it seems that somehow we must be able to do something to attack those kinds of evils and sufferings in the world, other than telling a man to chant Hare Krishna or Jesus Christ.
That is automatically solved. If we chant, if we come to this God consciousness, those things will be automatically solved. Just like if you get $1 million, then your $50 business will be automatically solved.
See, I guess I just don't believe that.
No, believe it is practical.
And I think, and the reason I don't believe that, I think, is because history is totally different. history has told me that the people who have managed to achieve freedom for themselves have not achieved it by doing something like chanting Hare Krishna. And I refer you only to...
You can show in the history that there was chanting of Hare Krishna. Is there any history?
I won't say chanting only Hare Krishna, but doing a similar kind of thing.
What is that similar kind?
Well, in Russia, the 19th century, there were people who were mystics, who traveled the countryside chanting the word Jesus Christ. It was quite common occurrence. Tolstoy tells us about it. And I would assume that the similar kind of teaching is what you're doing. The only problem I see with that is I don't think that it really solves some very basic problems.
So do you think that Russia has solved their questions? That the problems, all problems are solved?
I would say that in 1917, the state of the Russian peasant was fundamentally bettered by the revolution.
So the history will repeat itself again. It will be worse again. So do you think by adopting the Russian method, people have become very happy?
No.
Then?
No.
So we manufacture something. This material world is like that, problematic. That I have already explained, just like the blazing fire. So the answer is given in the Bhagavad Gita, Devidhisa gunamayi mamamaya duruttaya. In this material world, the onslaught of the material nature is very, very severe. Nobody can surpass it. In some or other, it will come in a different form. The problem will not be solved. The problem can be solved, as is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Mameva prapaddante mayametang tarantite. When one surrenders unto God, Krishna, then he can surpass this onslaught of material nature. So, that is the real remedy. Unfortunately, people does not take that process. But if anyone accepts this process, his problems are solved. That is a fact. That is a fact. But we do not expect that everyone can accept this process. But if anyone can accept this process, at least his personal problems will be solved. But it is the duty of such God-conscious persons to distribute the message. If anyone likes, he can take, he can solve his problem. And if anyone does not take, that business is his own business, what can he do? But any material method, either this Russian method or American method or Indian method, anything materialistic method, that cannot solve the material problems. That is a fact. If you want to solve all the problems, then you have to invoke your dormant love for God. That is the solution. There is no other solution. Yeah.
I was wondering how important the choice of words are for the chanting. And if perhaps if you just count the 10 in your mind or out loud and thought of God, it would work just as well.
Could you just count numbers and think about God, and that would work just as well? As the name's important.
Count words.
Could you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would work just as well?
Well, that is not possible, of course. But as soon as stop counting, you can chant. That's not difficult. Yes.
What is consciousness?
Consciousness is very difficult to understand. Now, you are talking, and when you don't talk, you lie down, people will say, this man has become unconscious. So, This is the distinction. When you are in full knowledge of things, that is consciousness. It is not difficult to understand. Sometimes teachers say to the student, do it conscientiously, with attention. So when our full attention is there, full absorption, full concentration of the mind, that is consciousness. And another way of consciousness is the feeling which is spread all over your body. Just like I pinch over your head or any part of your body, you feel, that is conscious. But when this body is dead, or when you are out of this body, if I chop off your body, there is no consciousness. That is the distinction between consciousness. Avinasitu tad vidhi jena sarvamidam tatam. In the Bhagavad Gita, the consciousness is stated avinasi. Avinasi means never dies, always living. Avinasi tu tad vidhi. You just try to understand that thing without always living. What is that? Jena sarvamidam tatam. By which your whole body is spread. That here, anywhere of your body, that consciousness is spread. And that substance, consciousness, is always living. When you leave this body, this consciousness goes to another body. Just like the air passes, the flavor, the air carries from one garden to another place. Similarly, this consciousness will carry you to another body after your death. After you leave this body, just like we are changing our consciousness also, from childhood consciousness to boyhood to youthhood, from the old age, the consciousness is carrying me. Although the body is changing. Similarly, when you change this body, the consciousness will carry you to another body. That consciousness is always living. It is never dead. So much explanation we have got. Because they don't take it. That's your independence. If you like, you can take it. If you don't like, you don't take it. There are so many things. If you like, you take it. If you don't like, you don't take it. And there is no enforcement. Every individual soul has got little independence, not full independence. That can be used properly, that can be misused also. That depends on me. I am the master. So similarly, just like the government does not force anybody to go to the criminal department. Neither government forces anybody to come to the university department. It is your individual liberty. You become criminal or a high standard scholar. He is to make his choice. He has got the freedom. He may be Krishna conscious or he may be material conscious. If he is material conscious, he will never be happy. If he becomes Krishna conscious, he will be always happy. Now it is up to you whether to accept this or that.
How would you say we chant in English?
Chant in English?
How would you say it in English?
He wants a translation. He wants a translation in English.
So there are many boys who can have the translation. And we have got our translation in many literatures. in our paper, Back to Godhead, in many books. We have got many books. So translation is there. We are simply publishing so many English translations. So there is no scarcity of translation. Yes.
Are you happy every single second?
What do you think? What do you think? I'm happy or not happy? What is your opinion?
It's hard for me to
And if I say false, how do you believe? If I say falsely, I'm happy. Will you believe it?
If you said hard,
If I say falsely, I'm happy, will you take it?
I don't.
Yeah.
To rephrase that, if you were American, then how would you say the chant? In other words, I know it has many translations, but what would it mean to you? How would you say it in English?
English, the translation, what is that?
These words are Sanskrit. He wants to know if they were English, what would they be?
Well, proper names cannot be translated, you know that. Suppose if your name is John, and if I come from India, I cannot translate into Indian language. I have to speak John. You see?
I mean, what would
Just like people say, Swami Bhaktivedanta. Is there any translation Bhaktivedanta Swami? Proper noun is never translated. That everyone knows. But the meaning can be translated. So we have got translation of the meaning. What is this Hare Krishna mantra means? But so far, chanting is concerned, that if I call you, your American boy, Mr. John, so I'll have to call you Mr. John. I cannot translate it into Sanskrit and call you. Yeah.
How important is the diet?
Oh, that is a very important thing. If you read Dr. George Barnett's book, you are what you eat. You see? So, if you eat like human being, then you can increase your qualities of human being. If you eat like cats and dogs, you increase the quality of cats and dogs. So we must have discrimination, what to eat. That is there in the human world. Eating is there. But everything is eatable. Even stool is eatable by a certain kind of animal. But that does not mean the stool has to be eaten by a human being. Human being must have discretion. What kind of food will be just suitable for my health, for my intelligence, for my brain? So these things are prescribed. If you eat things which are in goodness, they are prescribed in the Vedic literature. That wheat, rice, sugar, milk product, vegetables, fruits, these things are in goodness. So if you want to increase your quality of goodness, that is required for God realization. Unless you are situated in the quality of goodness, you cannot be promoted to the higher platform. So your eating should be arranged within this group. Rice, wheat, sugar, milk product, vegetables and fruits. In your country, you have got enough nice grains, nice fruits, enough supply of milk, butter, So there is no question of accepting any other food. You can accept food stuff within this group and become healthy and good brain, good conscience. You can engage yourself in God consciousness. That is possible. So therefore, discrimination is the best part of the life. We should discriminate what kind of food we should eat. We cannot eat anything and everything. That discrimination must be there. Yeah.
Would it not be better if students let the call brainwash and propaganda, turns out intellectual idiots and white collar robots to industry? Would it not be better for them to leave the calling and devote themselves instead to the Lord?
Because in the beginning I said that there is no question of changing your position. In whatever position you are, either you are a student or a lawyer or something else, you can chant Hare Krishna and realize yourself. We don't recommend that you change your position. That is not our recommendation. But if you can fully devote it in Krishna consciousness, that is very nice. But don't do it whimsically. There will be a mature platform when you can do that. Just like I was a family man, I was living with my family. I've got my wife, sons, daughters, grandchildren. So in this old age, I left them. So I'm not in difficulty, although I am alone. I came in your country alone. That's a long history. So that dependence on God, when you actually develop, then you can give up everything, depend only on God. But don't do it by whimsically. No, that will not be good. You stay in your position, realize yourself, then time will come when God will dictate you. You can do, become free from all obligation. So please join with us in the Kirtan.